All right, so buckle up, everybody, because today we are diving deep into the world of XRP.
Ooh, XRP.
Yeah, that's right.
Exciting stuff.
It's that cryptocurrency that's got everyone talking.
It really does, doesn't it?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
promising to shake up the whole global financial system, right?
Yeah, it's got
Uh,
some big ambitions.
Big time.
Yeah.
And we've got this Investopedia article here. It's simply titled, "What is XRP?"
Okay.
And believe me, we're going to go way beyond the basics
Let's
to
dig in.
see if this thing actually lives up to all the hype.
I think what's fascinating about XRP is that it really puts a spotlight on
Ooh.
this tension that exists in the world of finance
Okay.
between speed and control.
Ooh, that is a good way to put it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so for anyone out there, who maybe isn't totally up to speed,
Sure.
let's break this down from the ground up.
Yeah.
What exactly is XRP? It's a cryptocurrency, we get that. But how is it different from, the one everyone knows,
OG.
Bitcoin,
Yeah, for sure.
the granddaddy?
It's not just like another Bitcoin clone.
Right.
It's really about efficiency.
Okay.
XRP is designed for speed,
Okay.
global financial transactions,
Yeah.
lightning fast,
Uh-huh.
incredibly cheap.
Okay.
Imagine sending money across borders in seconds
Wow.
with almost no fees.
Okay.
That's the kind of world XRP is trying to create.
So almost it's like the email of money transfer
Yeah.
compared to the old school postal service.
That's a really good analogy.
Okay.
It really gets at the heart of the idea,
Okay.
speed and affordability.
Right.
But to get XRP, truly get it,
Okay.
you got to understand this thing called the XRP ledger.
Okay.
It is a blockchain technology,
Okay.
but it's not like Bitcoin's blockchain.
Right.
This is specifically designed for moving money around the world.
Okay, so help me wrap my head around this XRP ledger. It's
Yes.
like a digital record book, right?
Yeah, think of it imagine
Yeah.
a network of computers
Okay.
all around the world,
Yeah.
constantly updating
Right.
and verifying transactions.
Okay.
That's basically what a blockchain is.
Okay.
So the XRP ledger takes that concept and it optimizes it specifically for payments.
Okay.
And it uses this thing called a consensus mechanism
Okay.
it's just way faster.
Hold on. Consensus mechanism. Is that
Yeah.
like a bunch of supercomputers all agreeing on every single transaction?
It's more imagine a group of trusted validators.
Okay.
You've got a group of really reputable banks, right?
Mhm.
And each one is vouching for the validity of the transactions.
Got it.
And what that does is it cuts out this crazy energy-intensive mining process
Okay.
that Bitcoin uses.
Right.
So that makes XRP super fast
Okay.
and cheap to use.
So instead of countless computers all burning energy
Yeah, supposing
puzzles?
burning electricity.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
It's more like you have a select group of VIPs that are kind of confirming everything.
Exactly. And that's actually one of the reasons
Okay.
why XRP can handle over 1,500 transactions per second.
Wow.
To put that into perspective,
Yeah.
Visa,
Yeah.
the credit card giant,
Right.
they handle about 1,700 transactions per second.
Okay.
But that's for their entire network.
That's their whole network.
Yeah,
Okay. That is seriously impressive.
it's pretty wild,
So if it's so much faster and it's cheaper,
right?
why isn't everyone using it?
Right. That's the question.
What's the catch?
Well, there are a few things to keep in mind.
Okay.
One is that XRP is what we call pre-mined.
Okay.
So unlike Bitcoin,
Yeah.
where miners are slowly creating new coins,
All right.
all 100 billion XRP,
They just exist.
they already exist.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so there's no waiting for miners to
Yeah.
dig up digital gold.
So the XRP is just out there.
Out there floating around.
Wow. Okay.
But here's the thing. A big chunk of those XRP tokens,
Uh,
we're talking billions.
Yeah.
They're held by this company called Ripple.
Okay, time out.
Yeah.
Who is Ripple in all of this?
Right.
Are they like the puppet masters controlling XRP?
It's not that simple.
Oh.
It's more nuanced.
Okay.
So XRP, the cryptocurrency,
Right.
it exists independently.
Okay.
You can buy it, you can sell it, you can trade it.
Right.
You don't even have to interact with Ripple.
Okay.
But Ripple, the company,
Yeah.
they use XRP in their own payment solutions.
Okay.
So they see XRP as the fuel for
Okay.
a new, faster global financial system.
I got it. And the escrow thing,
Right, that escrow thing?
they're dripping it out like a faucet.
Kinda, yeah. It's like a slow release.
What's the point of that?
Well, Ripple, they argue
Okay.
that it helps to stabilize the price
Okay.
of XRP, right?
Yeah.
keeps those wild swings in value
Okay.
from happening.
Got it.
But this is where it gets a bit controversial.
I was wondering when we'd get to the drama.
Right.
Yeah.
Because some people worry that Ripple having so much XRP
Right.
gives them way too much influence over the currency,
Yeah. Right.
even though they don't directly control the network itself.
So it's kind of like they have like a ton of voting power, even if they don't like own the whole system.
Yeah, that's a good way to think about it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's this question of centralization versus decentralization.
Yeah.
Bitcoin is designed to be totally decentralized.
Okay.
No one entity controls it.
Right.
But XRP, because of Ripple's involvement,
Yeah.
it's got this element of centralization
Okay.
that makes some folks a little uneasy.
It definitely adds like another layer to this whole XRP puzzle.
For sure.
So we've got speed, we've got controversy.
Okay.
There's got to be more to this story though, right?
Oh, yeah. There's a lot more to unpack here.
Okay.
Remember, XRP, it's not just like a theoretical idea.
Right.
It's actually being used in the real world.
Oh, right.
And that's where things get really interesting.
Okay. Yeah, I remember reading something about like banks and financial institutions actually starting to experiment with XRP.
Yeah, absolutely.
So can you kind of like give us the inside scoop on what's happening out there?
You know, a handful of these forward-thinking financial institutions
Okay.
are already using XRP for cross-border payments,
Okay.
especially for larger transactions.
Okay.
So it's, you know,
So it's not just like hype.
it's still early days,
Okay.
but we're seeing real-world adoption, which is, you know,
That's a good sign.
that's a really good sign.
So there are actual companies out there moving money with XRP.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely happening.
Why?
And it makes sense.
Yeah.
When you think about it, if you're a
Right.
bank
Yeah.
and you got to send millions of dollars overseas,
Right.
speed and low fees are a huge deal.
Yeah, absolutely.
But XRP's potential
Okay.
goes way beyond just like traditional banking.
Okay, now you've got me hooked.
Right.
Yeah, what else is it being used for?
I mean, imagine a world where you can send like micropayments
Okay.
instantly
Okay.
for pennies.
Okay.
We're talking fractions of a dollar.
Right.
I mean, that opens up like a whole universe of possibilities.
Like, give me some examples.
Okay, so think about like content creators getting paid
Right.
tiny amounts
Okay.
for each view or each listen,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Imagine paying for small online services
Right.
without having to deal with all those like pesky credit card fees
Yeah.
or even like sending money to loved ones
Yeah.
in other countries
Right.
without losing like a huge chunk
To be
to those crazy transfer fees. Yeah,
it's like the internet of value, right?
totally.
Where the money can flow as easily as information.
Exactly. That's the kind of like vision that XRP is tapping into.
Okay.
But of course,
Right, back to reality.
back to reality, there are always challenges.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what are some of the big hurdles that XRP has to overcome?
Well, I mean, one of the big ones is this regulatory uncertainty.
Okay.
You know, governments all around the world, they're
Yeah.
still trying to figure out
Yeah.
how to classify
Right.
and regulate cryptocurrencies in general.
Right.
And that uncertainty makes businesses, you know,
Yeah.
a little hesitant
Right.
to fully embrace XRP.
It's like trying to build a house on like shifting sand.
Yeah.
You never know when the like ground rules are going to change overnight.
Right. It's tough.
And then there's the competition.
Yeah, for sure.
XRP isn't the only player in this digital payments game.
No, not at all.
There are other cryptocurrencies, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
That are kind of like vying for that same market share.
They're all trying to get a piece of the pie.
Yeah, like Stellar Lumens.
Yes, Stellar, for sure.
Or even those stable coins that are pegged to like the US dollar.
Right, you got those too.
It's a crowded field out there. It's a jungle out there.
And let's not forget about, you know, like the established players.
Right, the big guys.
The big banks and the payment processors.
Yeah.
They're not just going to roll over and let crypto take over their business, right?
They're going to put up a fight.
So it's kind of like David versus Goliath, but with multiple Goliaths.
Multiple Goliaths.
And a bunch of other Davids.
And free for all fighting at the same time.
It's a wild landscape out there.
It's a wild world.
For sure.
Okay, so we've talked about like the potential of XRP, the challenges that it faces, the whole centralization debate with Ripple.
Right.
But let's kind of step back for a minute and think about like the bigger picture here.
Sure.
What are the implications of XRP? if it were to actually become, widely adopted.
That's where things get really interesting, right?
Yeah.
I mean, imagine a world
Yeah.
where cross-border payments
Right.
are instant,
Yeah.
seamless, and practically free.
Yeah.
I mean, think about the impact
Yeah.
that would have on businesses,
Right.
on individuals,
Yeah.
on the global economy as a whole.
I feel like the friction of international finance just like disappears.
It just vanishes.
Right. Small businesses could easily pay their suppliers overseas.
Right.
Families could send remittances to their loved ones without, losing a chunk of their hard-earned money.
Exactly. It could really be a game changer
Yeah.
for global commerce.
Right.
Fostering greater financial inclusion,
Yeah.
empowering individuals
Yeah.
in ways we haven't even thought of yet.
Okay, I'm starting to see the ripple effect here. Yeah.
It's a big deal.
But what about those who, who aren't already plugged into like the global economy? How would XRP impact, those who are currently excluded from,
Right.
like the traditional financial systems?
That's a really important question. Because for billions of people,
Yeah.
especially in developing countries,
Right.
access to even like the most basic financial services is still a distant dream.
Yeah, they might not have a bank account even.
Well, exactly. Reliable forms of identification.
So how can XRP help those who are kind of like off the grid, so to speak?
Well, because XRP transactions,
Okay.
they don't rely on that traditional banking infrastructure.
Okay.
They offer a potential pathway to financial inclusion
Okay.
for people who have been left behind.
Right.
So imagine being able to receive money
Yeah.
from family members in other countries
Okay.
or access like microloans
Right.
to start a small business,
Okay.
all through like a simple mobile phone app.
That's a game changer.
It is. It's huge.
Yeah.
It's like giving people a financial lifeline,
Right.
connecting them to opportunities they never even thought possible.
Yeah, and that's why I think the real like potential of XRP, it's not just about, making the financial transactions faster and cheaper.
Right.
It's about fundamentally like reshaping how we think about money
Right.
and access to financial services.
Exactly. It's about giving individuals
Yeah.
more control over their financial lives
Okay.
and creating a more like inclusive global economy.
So it's not just about speed.
It's about empowerment.
It's just about empowerment.
It's about empowering people.
Wow.
But, let's not get too carried away
Yeah.
with the utopian vision.
Right. Back to reality again.
We talked about
Yeah.
centralization concerns.
Yeah.
What happens if like a single entity like Ripple
Right.
gains too much control
Right.
over this critical piece of the global financial system?
It's like that old saying, right?
Yeah,
With great power comes great responsibility.
for sure.
How do we ensure that,
Right.
a technology as powerful as XRP
Yeah.
is used for good and doesn't end up concentrating power in the hands of just a few?
That's the million-dollar question.
Yeah.
And there's no easy answer.
Right.
I think it requires like a multifaceted approach.
Okay.
We need thoughtful regulation.
Yeah.
We need transparent governance.
Okay.
And we need an engaged
Yeah.
and informed public.
So it's not just up to like the tech wizards to figure this out.
Right. It's on all of us.
We all kind of have a role to play
There you go.
in shaping the future of finance.
Exactly. Because technology is a tool.
All right.
And like any tool, it can be used for good or for bad.
Right.
It's up to us
Yeah.
collectively
Right.
to make sure that technologies like XRP
Yeah.
are used to create,
Yeah.
a more just and a more equitable world.
Well, I think that is like the perfect note to end on.
Yeah, that's a good one.
We've covered a lot of ground today,
You have.
exploring, the ins and outs of XRP,
Yeah.
its potential to revolutionize global finance. It's got a lot of potential.
And the broader, like, societal implications.
Absolutely.
Hopefully you, dear listener, now have a much deeper understanding.
I hope so.
This is fascinating and complex
It is complex.
cryptocurrency.
Yeah, it's a lot to take in.
It really is.
And it's fascinating stuff.
It is fascinating stuff.
It is.
And remember, the world of cryptocurrency,
Oh, yeah.
it's constantly
It
evolving.
never stops.
So stay curious, keep learning,
Absolutely.
and who knows what other, like, groundbreaking technologies we'll be unpacking together in the future.
I'm excited to find out.
Me too.
Yeah.
Until next time, happy exploring.
Happy exploring, everyone.
Imagine a world where XRP really is like the way to send money across borders.
Mm.
What would that like actually look like?
Mm.
How would it change things for like everyday people like you and me?
I mean, if XRP really does live up to all the hype,
Right.
we could see some pretty big changes.
For starters,
Yeah.
like the whole idea of waiting days for an international transfer
Right.
and pay like all those crazy fees,
Yeah.
that could become a thing of the past.
So no more stressing about those like wire transfer fees eating into your vacation budget.
Exactly. But it goes deeper than that.
Okay.
Think about small businesses.
Right.
Right now, they get hit with these huge costs
Yeah.
when they're receiving payments from overseas.
Right.
But with XRP, those costs could just like disappear.
Okay.
And that would make it so much easier for them to
Yeah.
compete on a global scale.
It's like leveling the playing field for entrepreneurs everywhere.
Exactly.
Suddenly, like a small shop in Argentina
Yeah.
could easily sell its goods to customers in Europe or Asia
Right.
without losing a big chunk of their profits.
Exactly. And that kind of increased access to global markets
Yeah.
could really boost economies,
Right.
create jobs,
Okay.
empower individuals.
Okay, I'm seeing the ripple effect here.
The ripple effect, yeah, I like it.
But what about those who aren't already, like plugged into the global economy?
Yeah.
How would XRP impact, those who are currently excluded from traditional financial systems?
That's a great question, and it's one of the most exciting aspects of XRP
Okay.
because for billions of people,
Yeah.
especially in developing countries,
Right.
access to even basic financial services
Yeah.
is still a huge challenge.
Right.
They might not have a bank account,
Right.
reliable ID.
So how can XRP help those who are kind of like off the grid, so to speak?
Because XRP transactions don't rely on traditional banks.
Right.
They offer a way to bring financial inclusion to those who've been left behind.
Okay.
Imagine being able to receive money from your family
Yeah.
in another country,
Okay.
or access microloans to start a business,
Right.
all through a simple mobile phone app.
That's a game changer.
It really is. It's about empowering people, giving them control over their financial lives,
Wow.
and creating a more inclusive global economy.
So it's not just about the speed, it's about
It's about empowerment.
empowerment. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Wow, that's powerful.
But,
Yeah.
Important to remember,
Yeah. Yeah.
we talked about the centralization concerns,
Right, right.
Ripple's influence.
Yeah. With great power comes great responsibility.
Exactly.
How do we make sure that a technology like this
Right.
is used for good?
That's the big question.
Yeah.
And there's no easy answer.
Right,
It's going to
okay.
take thoughtful regulation,
Okay.
transparency,
Right, right.
and an informed public.
So it's not just up to the tech geniuses to figure this out.
It's up to all of us.
We all have a role to play
We do.
in shaping the future of finance.
We all have a stake in this.
Well, on that note, I think this has been a fantastic deep dive into the world of XRP,
It has.
exploring its potential,
Huh.
the challenges, and the bigger picture of what it could mean
It's a fascinating story.
for all of us
It is.
and for the future of finance.
Absolutely.
Hopefully you, dear listener, are leaving with a much deeper understanding of this complex and honestly quite controversial cryptocurrency.
It's a lot to digest, but it's worth it.
It is. And remember, this world is constantly changing, so stay curious, stay informed, and who knows what other groundbreaking technologies we'll be unpacking together in the future.
I can't wait.
Me neither. Until then, happy exploring.
Happy